Well, in some developing news just coming in from Sri Lanka, where the legislature has actually voted demanding the reinstatement of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Members of Wickremesinghe's party and their allies have voted 117-0 in favour of Wickremesinghe, who told Parliament that the resolution was meant to defeat the coup of October 26. There are also fears if the crisis is not yet resolved, Sri Lankan government will shut down on New Year's Eve. So that's the big breaking news coming in from Sri Lanka, where the Parliament, of course, has voted to reinstate Ranil Wickremesinghe and is demanding that he be reinstated. So, of course, this saga in Sri Lanka continues, the back and forth about who will be the Prime Minister, Ranil Wickremesinghe or the former President Rajapakse, who has refused to step down under the watch of the current president, who has pushed for Rajapakse to remain in power, even though Ranil Wickremesinghe in two voice votes inside Parliament had reached the majority mark. Despite that, of course, remained unresolved. The president said that it was not constitutionally valid. The trust vote was not constitutionally valid, and said President Srisena, of course, all these months and weeks has backed Rajapakse, who he reinstated by removing Ranil Wickremesinghe, who had been voted to power. So all of this, of course, has been in the courts as well in Sri Lanka. The Supreme Court is and has been hearing this matter as well, and now, of course, in another reinstatement, that the fact that Ranil Wickremesinghe enjoys majority support, it's the legislature there has demanded the reinstatement of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Members of his party and their allies have voted yet again 117-0 in favour of Ranil Wickremesinghe. What is the president now going to do? Will this constitutional crisis in Sri Lanka finally come to an end? Remember, in the last vote, trust vote, a few weeks ago, Ranil Wickremesinghe had got 122 voice votes. Even then, the opposition led by former President Rajapakse was not convinced that Ranil Wickremesinghe had the popular vote. And of course, the world around, internationally, everybody has been watching the developments here as well very closely. And the US has asked, and the US has of course also asked for the constitutional crisis to end quickly, as have India and China as well. But the deposed Prime Minister's opponents, of course, have sought a bar on him from Parliament as well. And the lawsuit accuses Ranil Wickremesinghe of doing business with government. And joining us for more on this is Sulochana Ramaya, who joins us now for more on this. So once again, of course, many people, many lawmakers within the legislature supporting Ranil Wickremesinghe. But what's really going to happen now? This constitutional crisis seems far from over.
Yes, Pragya. Can I talk now?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, today there was this 117 voted for Ranil Wickremesinghe, saying that he's capable of running the country or the parliament. And there were 117 of them who voted for him, despite another political party, that is the Janata Vimukti Peramuna, abstained from voting, saying that they don't really have to vote, because for them it is the Prime Minister, whoever it is, it doesn't matter to them. So over that, anyway, this 117 was not a new phenomenon, because in the last 3.5 years, the current government, or the government that was in power with the unity government with Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, was going strong and well, despite there was a political clout now and then. But on October 26th, the things went haywire when the president himself said that he has chosen a new prime minister over Ranil Wickremesinghe. However, from that day on, the Ranil Wickremesinghe's party had been trying to tell, we have the majority till today, and it was proved more than 4 times with today's voting as well. However, the president says that he is not willing to have Ranil Wickremesinghe as the Prime Minister. So that's the only issue here. Other than that, politically and constitutionally, they have shown their strength that they can form the government. It simply shows that the Presidency is unable to or considers that Ranil Wickremesinghe is not suitable or eligible to run the show with him. That's the only issue that we have come to see as of now.
Right. And how is all of this unfolding in the Supreme Court in Sri Lanka, even though the President refuses to adhere to any of the constitutional norms?
Okay. Now, the Supreme Court, of course, is supposed to give a ruling before Friday, coming Friday, that is on the 14th, because thereafter there is vacation for the court system here. So on the 14th is the last day, and we are hoping to hear a ruling from the Supreme Court on the dissolution of the Parliament in favour whether it should not be so or it should be so. And from there on, we will have to go ahead thinking what the next move will be by the President. Of course, the President has declared 2 days ago to another private media, saying that even if if you have 225 majority in the Parliament, we will not want to have the Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to be in the Parliament.
All right, Salochana Ramaya, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the latest there of Sri Lanka headed for a shutdown. Is it after the Sri Lankan legislature votes to reinstate Ranil Wickremesinghe as the Prime Minister?